So Hulu sets Marvel animated show slate. This one's just from the Hollywood Reporter article, and this news came out, I believe, Thursday or Friday this week. Actually, pretty big news. Like I said, especially going in the Marvel Netflix context of what's going on right now with their shows. This is big news. So, anyways, so here we go. Hollywood Reporter says, as Marvel's Netflix relationship sours, the comic book powerhouse is entering a new pack for a slate of 4 animated series with Hulu. The streamer, soon to be majority controlled by Marvel parent Disney, right, as part of the Fox asset sale, has greenlit 4 animated series and a special as part of a new partnership with the comic giant. Adult animated series based on popular Marvel television characters MODOK, Hitmonkey, Tigra and Dazzler, and Howard the Duck have been ordered to series. Similar to Netflix's original 4 series deal, all of the Hulu animated shows will culminate also in a special called The Offenders. And of course, the Marvel one was called The Defenders. So, pretty funny there. Honestly, this story is really, that just summarizes this story really, really well. For them to call the special The Offenders instead of The Defenders, it's really a kind of a news story here of one-upping, getting back at them a little bit. So it's really interesting. That's what I'm talking about, right? So yeah, of course, the Marvel Netflix one was called The Defenders. They will expand Marvel's slate at Hulu, which already includes drama series The Runaways, which is awaiting word on its 3rd season right now after its sophomore run dropped all its episodes on December 21st. For Hulu, the 4 Marvel series arrive as animation has become a powerhouse for the streamer. Series included Adult Swim's Rick and Morty, Comedy Central's South Park, Fox's Family Guy, and Bob's Burgers are all among the streamer's most watched acquired programming. And also, if you go to the article on Hollywood Reporter, there's descriptions of each show. I wouldn't have had the space and the time to go through all the descriptions. And so if you want to go there, I really do encourage you to go there, read all the descriptions. They're actually pretty lengthy. So definitely if you're interested in those. But to me, my biggest, because I don't really know much about these Marvel characters and what type of stuff we will see going forward in these animated series. But the most interesting thing to me about all this news is the whole, like I just said, the kind of one-upping, right? We get the special is called The Offenders instead of The Defenders. And the whole thing with basically Marvel pulling out of Netflix, Netflix pulling out of Marvel. Either way you want to look at it, right? Just like it says, a sour relationship ending here, right? And so, you get, of course, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, all canceled. The Punisher, a lot of people thought it'd be canceled by now, including myself. So that's going to be interesting to watch too. We'll have to see what happens with that. Season 2 obviously came out January 14th, I believe. So it's already been about a month since the series has come out and it still hasn't been canceled. That's an interesting one to watch. So the Punisher Season 2 and then, of course, Jessica Jones Season 3, I believe it's Season 3, will be coming out later this year, and I don't think we have a release date for that quite yet. And a lot of people think that'll be the last one too. So, of course, that's been a huge trend here with the Marvel Netflix relationship, basically completely, kind of getting abolished here, if you will. And now you see Hulu stepping right into their shoes and taking a 4 animated series slate. So it's really, and the key thing of this whole thing is the Marvel parent Disney, as part of the Fox asset deal, acquired Hulu. And so that is a huge thing, right? And that was part of Netflix, is that they didn't want these outside studios, as I discussed before in this episode. And then also, of course, Marvel, Netflix wanted the original studios, and then also Marvel wanted kind of their own content on Disney Plus and all that stuff with Disney. And so it's really interesting now that Marvel is now elected to go with Hulu instead. And of course, this, don't get lost on that. Hulu and Netflix are still 2 of the bigger competitors here in this whole streaming service long game. Amazon, Hulu, and Netflix. Those are the big 3 right now. I actually believe Amazon is number 2 in terms of subscribers and stuff. But definitely 2 of the top 3 that are battling it out right now. And now, to kind of rub it in Netflix's face, or at least that's my opinion of this, now they decide to do a whole new slate of Marvel shows on Hulu instead. and of course do a special called The Offenders. So it's just a really interesting story here, and this is something to watch going forward too. How much Hulu will impact. Of course, we're getting Disney Plus with Loki. And is it The Watchmen or something like that? A few other series on there now coming with Marvel. Some people are speculating whether Daredevil will make an appearance in some sort of universe that Disney Plus will establish there. And so it's going to be really interesting to see. But this is interesting. I don't know that a lot of people expected this to happen with, instead of Disney Plus, them going to Hulu and establishing a whole new kind of universe, if you will, but kind of a slate of Marvel shows now on Hulu. And as it says, The Runaways is also already a Hulu Marvel kind of partnership there. And their animation slate is also probably the biggest for Hulu right now. And so for them, I mean, this is obviously smart. The best case scenario, I think, for them. And also Marvel fans and fans of these comic books, characters, storylines. This is going to be awesome. So you know what? I think this is really good news all around, except for Netflix. They're really the only losers in this one. But maybe they view it as they winning with parting ways with these Marvel shows. I don't know. But it's really interesting. So this is a story to watch, I think, even for the next couple years, to see this whole transformation from Marvel Netflix into Hulu Marvel now and Disney Plus Marvel Universe now. So, and then, of course, you still got the movies over all that. And Avengers Endgame, of course, coming out very shortly. So, this is all really interesting stuff. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this one. Do you agree with me? Do you think this is kind of like a in your face type of thing that Hulu's now getting a Marvel slate now that Netflix and Marvel kind of broke apart there? Or am I just looking into it a little bit too much? I don't know. But that's kind of my thought on that one. Love to hear your thoughts as well.